Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Finally, we can create consistent characters in Midjourney using the incredible character reference. And in this video, you'll learn how to get the most out of it. We'll cover a wide variety of topics, from expressions to clothing and different styles. The results are incredible. Okay, let's get into it. Character consistency has been a tricky thing to do in the past with Midjourney, but now with the new character reference setting, it's advanced a lot. And I've been able to get some incredible results. To start off, you need to create your character, so let me show you the character that I've created. I wanted to create a woman with unique features. I gave her pink hair just so that it's something that stands out, and I just wanted to see if the consistency of pink hair followed through the images that I create. And these are the results that I got. And out of the four, I really like the bottom right. I feel like she's got enough unique features that, through character consistency, we should be able to tell if it's her or not. So let's do a test image with this character. I've just copied the image address. Now to use the character reference setting, you have to put --cref and then paste in your link. The results look great. As you can clearly see, it's the same character. And they are quite different poses, actually. I think this top left one is probably using the color from her hair to influence the lighting as well. It's got this pink light. Definitely looks like her. She's got the same clothing as well. Yeah, really impressed with them. I'll try another prompt now, but with a bit more detail in it. So this one has a bit more to it. It's got a photo of a woman with unique features standing in a blooming cherry blossom garden at dusk. Her gaze is thoughtful and distant, with pastel pink hair, luminous bright blue eyes, focused expression, soft natural lighting illuminating her, with an aspect ratio of 2:3, and then the character reference link. So let's see how well it works with a longer prompt. These look incredible. Putting more detail in the prompt really helped produce a much more refined image, and I am incredibly happy with these. The detail is amazing, and it looks just like the character. It's even retained the color of the eyes, the pink hair, the freckles on the skin. That's very, very impressive. Now I'll show you a tip on how to save time by creating a shortcut of your character reference link. To do this, you put in / prefer option set, click on one more, click value, then in value paste in the link of your character. And then in the option box, that's going to be the name of your shortcut. So I'm going to use Zoe1, as Zoe is the name of the character I created. And press enter. And now your shortcut is created. So instead of pasting in that link, you type in --cref, then space, and then --Zoe1. So let's try it out. So I'll just use the same prompt as before. Then if I put in --cref, then --Zoe1, there you can see it's added that link. So it's just a really good way to set shortcuts, and you can do this for different images that you create as well. So if you have 3 different characters, you can have shortcuts for each of them. Now let's have a look at changing aspects of the character, like their clothing. So I've added in a prompt of a medium full shot photo of a woman wearing Jedi robes and holding a steel sword in the desert. Soft natural lighting illuminating her with an aspect ratio of 2:3. I've added in medium full shot photo, so hopefully it should have more of Zoe in shot. As usually it just gets a kind of close-up portrait if you don't specify which kind of shot you want. So let's see if it adds Jedi robes to Zoe. And they look really good. So here's Zoe wearing some robes and holding a steel sword. They all look pretty good. Another great feature they added for the character reference is using character weight, which is --CW. So this ranges from 0 to 100. At default, which is CW 100, it won't change the clothing or the hair from the original image that you use as the character reference. And in the reference image I used, she was wearing a gray top. So in most images, she should still have a gray top on or something that's resembling a gray top. And in these images that I prompted with the Jedi robe, it did add some kind of robe, but they are kind of the same material and color as the original image. If you go down to CW0, it just keeps the face the same, and it allows you to change other aspects of the character. So let's try one with CW with a value of 0 to see how different the image is. So put in dash dash CW 0. And these images actually look a lot different in terms of the clothing that she's wearing. The clothing's just a lot more detailed and has a lot more to it. Let's try another prompt with different character weight values to see how much it does change the image. For this prompt, I'll leave the character weight value as default, so it's set at 100, so it shouldn't change her clothes, even though in the prompt I've added she's in a fantasy world as a monk wearing brown leather armor from the 1600s. So as you can see, she's not wearing brown leather armor, but I think it tries to kind of mesh both of the prompt and the clothing that she was wearing in the reference image together. See, she's wearing a gray top, but it's kind of more medieval looking. As here, she's got a hood on. So it's trying to work its best to create a hybrid, which can work if that's what you're going for. But now let's try with a character weight of 0. So just use that prompt again and put in CW 0. I'm also going to try character weights of 25, 50, and 75 to see if there's much difference. And it worked perfectly. So this is with a character weight of 0, which means it should have completely different clothing to what was in the reference image. It's added exactly what I told it to in the prompt. She's got this brown armor on, and it looks awesome. And then if we go to character weight of 25, it still looks really good. And here's a character weight of 50 and a character weight of 75. So as you can see, there's less of that brown leather armor coming in. It's there, but it's a bit more subtle compared to the 0, where she's wearing full leather armor. It's a great way to fine-tune the costume that you're going for. And then, if you want, you can take any of these images and then use that as your character reference so that other images that you create, she will have this same clothing. And here's more examples of changing the look and clothing of your character. While changing clothing, you can also change their hair if you want to. So in this prompt, I wanted her to have pink braided hair instead of the normal hair that she had in the reference image. And as you can see, it's added the pink braid, even though we've got this weird kind of watermark in the middle of this image. It's added this really cool pink braid. So feel free to add the hairstyles that you want. If you'd like to check out the prompts that I've used to get the images that are in this video, I've left a document down below, so feel free to check that out. You can also prompt to cover your character in clothing or items. So as you can see, she's got a hood on here, and I've added some sci-fi goggles to her hair. As in the prompt, you can see a woman wearing high-tech night vision goggles with headset, and it looks really good. He did a really good job of implementing those glasses onto the character. You can also get your character to interact with items. So in this one, I wanted her firing a bow and arrow, and it created a really cool image. But the problem is, this image I thought was a bit too close, and I wanted to see more of the bow and arrow. So you can use the zoom feature to just zoom out as much as you want. So as you can see, it's zoomed out and it looks great. And here's another image of her holding a bow and arrow. And remember, you may have to use the same prompt to get the image you're looking for. As you can see here, some of them don't turn out that great, as she's got the arrow in her mouth, which doesn't look too safe to me. Now let's have a look at getting different expressions from your character. I just went with a very simple prompt for this one. I just wrote in a photo of a very sad woman. And she does look different. She definitely has a sadness to her, especially this one. And it's kind of chosen to do a black and white and keep the pink in the hair, which is interesting. It's very creative, even though I didn't ask that. But it looks really good. You can definitely feel the emotion in it. And in this prompt, I wanted her to be laughing and just really happy. So the prompt had a woman smiling and laughing outdoors. And they just look really good. Sometimes the teeth can get a bit weird if they're opening their mouth, but if you're just generating more images, you will find one that works. But yeah, been really happy with these. And here's one of Zoe looking angry, which looks really cool. And here we have scared expression, and she's watching a film in the theater, so I guess it must be A horror film? And here I put she is happy like she's just won the lottery. And she looks pretty happy to me. You may find you want a more full body shot of your character, as usually it kind of cuts in close to the character's face. To get more of your character's body in the image, you just really have to put it in the prompt. So here's an example of Zoe laying on a couch, and it's got quite a bit of her in shot. And you just have to kind of specify the clothing, so I've put she's wearing a blouse and skirt, and she's taking her shoes off. If you add these things, it realizes, oh, okay, she's got shoes on, so I'll try to get that in the shot. And she's wearing a skirt, so it will try to get that in the shot. So the more you can specify of the clothing, especially shoes, it should try get all of that in shot. And of course, I used a character weight of 0 to make sure that the clothing I specified in the prompt gets used in the image. Now let's have a look at getting multiple people in the image. For the first prompt, I didn't want another person, but I wanted to put a dog in the image with her. I got some great results. My prompt was a bulldog cross Sharpie in forest with a lady, realistic photography, styled raw, aspect ratio of 5:9, and stylized 250. And it looks great. She's got the dog here, she's holding it, looks very natural. And in this one, I specified a cinematic photo shoot with black background and dramatic light. And I just love these images. It looks like a professional photo shoot with a woman and her dog. And this one, it's like incredibly dramatic. It is so cool. Now I'll try add another human into the image. So I've gone for a prompt of a photo of the bride and groom at their wedding. We should see some problems with this image, as using the character reference normally puts that face of the character on every face in the image. And as you can see, it's done just that. We have Zoe on both the male and female characters, which doesn't look quite right. There is a way to fix it. What you need to do is make a character reference for another character that you want to use on the other person. So I've already generated an image of a man. And what you want to do is you want to use the Vary Region tool, and you want to select around the head, and then type in your prompt. So I'll put in a handsome man, then cref, and then paste in the link of that man's image I created. So it should see that area selected and fill it in with that man's face. It may take a few tries to get right. It's actually done a really good job. It looks pretty seamless. As you can see, it's kind of made 4 different variations on the man's face. And it looks pretty good, I think. So we've reached the end of this video. I hope you can see how useful this tool is in Midjourney. It's opened up a whole world of opportunities. If you've learned anything in this video, please give us a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe to see more videos like this. If you have any tips or tricks to share with the community, please comment down below. We have a whole range of videos covering character consistency on our channel. To check out another video using a different method to get character consistency, click the image you can see on screen right now. You won't want to miss it.